Welcome back to RVP Auto1. Today, we're diving into one of the most anticipated SUV releases of the year, the 2026 Land Cruiser. If you're a fan of rugged capability, legendary reliability, and a modern twist on a true off-road icon, then you're going to want to stick around for this full review. The Land Cruiser nameplate has always carried a certain weight. Since its inception in the early 1950s, it's been known as Toyota's ultimate go-anywhere vehicle. But in recent years, especially in markets like North America, the cruiser began to drift into luxury territory, alienating some longtime enthusiasts who loved it for its raw, adventure-ready nature. Now, Toyota seems to have heard those voices, and the 2026 model marks a return to its roots while still embracing just enough modern tech and comfort to appeal to a wider range of drivers. The first thing you'll notice is the design. Toyota has gone with a boxier, retro-inspired look that nods to the N80 series Land Cruisers, yet with a fresh, contemporary feel. It's tough, clean, and purposeful. The front end features a bold rectangular grille with crowned LED headlights, giving it that instantly recognizable Land Cruiser face. The squared-off fenders and high ground clearance emphasize its off-road credibility. You can see that this SUV was designed with function, no unnecessary curves or frills, just solid, muscular proportions. It's also a little smaller than the previous generation, which should please those who found the last Land Cruiser just too large for daily driving or tight trails. The 2026 Land Cruiser is powered by a 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder hybrid engine. Yes, you heard that right, no more V8. But don't worry, the new hybrid setup delivers 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. This system is mated to an 8-automatic transmission and full-time 4-wheel drive with a 2-speed transfer case. The torque comes on early and strong, giving it plenty of grunt when falling over rocks or accelerating onto the highway. The hybrid powertrain also helps with fuel economy, bringing it up significantly compared to older models. Expect around 23 to 25 mpg combined, which is a huge improvement for a vehicle in this category. Off-road, the Land Cruiser lives up to its name. It's on Toyota's TNGA-F platform, the same body-on-frame chassis that underpins the Tundra, Sequoia, and the new Lexus GX. This means it's sturdy, balanced, and highly capable. It features standard full-time 4-wheel drive, a locking center differential, a rear locking differential on higher, multi-terrain select with crawl control, and impressive approach and departure angles. The off-road tech is smarter and more intuitive than ever, and Toyota's added a disconnecting sway bar to increase wheel articulation when you're off the pavement. For trail enthusiasts, this is a big. It's not just marketing, the 2026 Land Cruiser can truly conquer rough terrain with confidence. Inside, the Land Cruiser strikes a great balance between rugged and refined. It's not overly luxurious, but it's far from basic. You get high-quality materials, a clean dashboard layout, and physical buttons where it can, especially for climate and off-road controls. The base model is surprisingly well equipped, but if you step up to the mid or top trim levels, you'll enjoy features like a 12.3-inch touchscreen with Toyota's latest infotainment system, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, heated and ventilated seats, a premium sound system, and a full suite of driver assistance tech. Toyota has really nailed the user experience here, everything it should be, and it just feels built to last. One thing to note is that the 2026 Land Cruiser only comes as a 5-seater. There's no third-row option this time around, and Toyota is making it clear that this version is more about adventure and practicality than people hauling. That said, rear seat space and cargo capacity is generous. The rear seats fold completely flat, giving you a wide and usable load floor that's perfect for camping gear, or your weekend warrior essentials. On-road, the Land Cruiser is surprisingly smooth. It's no spar, but it handles confidently and rides comfortably for a body-on-frame SUV. The electric steering is well-weighted, the brakes are and the hybrid system keeps things quiet and composed in city traffic. It's the kind of vehicle you could daily drive if you wanted to, without feeling like you're constantly piloting a truck. That blend of comfort and durability is something Toyota has gotten really, especially with this new generation of TNGA-F-based vehicles. Now, let's talk. There are 3 main ones for 2026, the base Land Cruiser 1958, the mid-range Land, and the top-of-the-line First Edition. The 1958 model is the most retro, It's named after the year the first Land Cruiser was sold in the US, and it features those iconic round headlights and more basic interior touches. But it's far from barebones. You still get the same engine, four-wheel drive system, LED lighting, and a solid safety package. The mid-level trim adds more upgraded upholstery, and a slightly more modern look with rectangular headlights. Then there's the first, which is limited production and comes fully loaded with unique exterior touches, two-tone paint, a roof rack, and rock rails, plus a leather-trimmed interior and all available options. If you're a collector or a serious enthusiast, this might be the one to get. Pricing starts just over $55,000 for the base 1958 trim and goes up to around $70,000 for the first edition, depending on options and accessories. While that might seem steep, it's actually a more accessible entry point than the outgoing 200 series Land Cruiser, which often topped $85,000. Toyota's positioning this new model to be more attainable, cheap, but reasonable for what you get. So, who is the 2026 Land Cruiser really for? It's for people who value capability and reliability. It's for fans who want something different than a typical crossover. It's for off-roaders who want something blast without having to heavily modify it. It's also for longtime Land Cruiser fans who've been return to form. Toyota hasn't just made a decent SUV here, they've made something with soul. There are a few drawbacks worth mentioning. They miss the V8's sound and brute strength, even if the hybrid matches it in torque. Others might wish for a third-row option, especially larger families. And although the design is low-cost, it might be a bit too retro for some tastes. But in the big picture, Toyota has done a remarkable job balancing heritage and innovation. In a market full of oversized, tech-heavy luxury SUVs, the 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser is a fresh air. It brings back that sense of mechanical trust, the feeling that this vehicle can take you to the edge of the world and back again, without blinking. And in today's world, that dependability is rare. If you're in the market for an SUV that can do it all, commute, camp, crawl, cruise, the new Land Cruiser is absolutely worth a look. It's one of the few vehicles that can genuinely wear the badge of legend and still feel relevant in a rapidly changing automotive world. Thanks for watching this full review here on RVP Auto1. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth car reviews, and leave a comment below letting us know what you think of the 2026 Land Cruiser. Would you take it over Bronco, Wrangler, or even a 4Runner? Let us know, we love hearing from you. Until next time, drive safe and keep exploring.